Hello everybody, welcome back to Ethereal SMP, and this is an impulse recording of Ethereal falling, which is not a clickbait? Well, you clickbait for this title. Okay, words, I don't know what I'm talking about. It's not a clickbait title. I'm building a waterfall, and I'm calling it Ethereal Falls. Ethereal is not falling in the sense that, like, it's falling down, or it's dying as a kingdom, or whatever that, like, falling is, you know, like Gallifrey Falls or something, I don't know. But anyway, the whole purpose of this episode is to build a waterfall and make any tweaks or changes to this cave that I need to, such as, like X said, this bit looks a bit too man-made, and although, like, you know, you're never going to think this is at all Minecraft, especially, like, or even just in this cave here where it's like a pillar, like, it's pretty simple, but you're never going to think that's like Minecraft terrain. I do want to make it look a bit more realistic, and this does look a bit weird. It looks like when someone new to Minecraft tries to make a sphere, like, it just doesn't turn out well. You've got some squares and then you've got, like, one block slopes like that. It doesn't turn out well, so I'm going to change this up. But most importantly, I'm going to be building the waterfall that comes down there. Now, the water's already set up. I did block that off a little while ago because I was trying to test out some redstone. But the water down here will keep flowing no matter what. That is a separate source block. Like, there's no connection, but it is supposed to look like this is just a bit of a path over it rather than they're separate bodies of water. But my goal is to do the redstone mainly for this. Now, I'm not sure how I want to do it because I sort of want there to be a block that comes up, but you'll have to wait for all the water to go down, and all that might be a bit novelty for the first few times. It probably will get a bit annoying, but I suppose you could just jump through. You don't always need to turn the water off. I suppose it's just a nice feature. You could just jump through the water. It's a bit Batman-y, I suppose. So I don't suppose the timing really matters as long as I get it done. I think I'm going to use a hopper clock for that though, because I'm not very good with gauging how long repeaters are going to take for the pulse to get through, and so I'll need to count how long this is, how long this goes through, and work out how many items I need to go in a hopper, which probably won't be too much more fun, because water will go everywhere and ruin these blocks of water, or they'll, like, go up to the side or something. But knowing me, I'll just mess everything up. But anyway, I'm going to try and do this to the best of my redstone ability, which isn't... I'm awful at redstone. I'm going to try and work out some form of something on a testing world so I can get on with it. Okay, so I'm back, and I have loaded up my testing world, which I haven't used for anything really. This was basically a prototype for the Nether Hub. You can see I've got the design I used there, which I used for the screenshot. I think I took it here. The path changed a little bit in the final design, but that's basically it. I was originally going to have pillars, like I talked about in episode 4, I think. I was originally going to have pillars holding up the roof, and the quartz would go down. So the quartz would go down like this, on and on. So you'd have like that, on and on, into the glass. So it just kind of faded away, and now I'm breaking everything. There we go. But no, I'm here again because rather than using up another world or making that list going from 172 to 173 lists of pages of... Oh, I can't speak today. What's wrong with me? Anyway, I've got a lot of worlds. I don't want to make another one, so I'm doing it here. you get the gist of it. Now, redstone. I'm not sure how I feel about this redstone texture. I think it's quite nice. I'm probably gonna... I don't know. I'm thinking about making make it look like there's a pouch, like a little pouch of redstone dust. But then again, I like making it look like it's natural, and you wouldn't get a pouch of something from mining an ore block. So I'm not sure, but I need the things to make a hopper clock, and what I'm gonna do is go. If I've also got a mod, I've also got chisel bits installed, because I like to have it installed when I'm doing building on single player worlds. It doesn't affect server worlds or anything, so I thought, why bother taking it off if there is none? No point whatsoever. But anyway, a hopper clock. We all know how to build a hopper clock. Even I know how to build a hopper clock. I think, yeah, okay, I am doing this right. But yeah. Build that there. There we go, so that's a hopper clock. Now I'm going to need to pop on my alt quickly and see how long it takes on Ethereal. Going to put my alt on Ethereal, see how long it takes for the water to go down, so now I can work out how many items I need to be in the hopper clock. I'll probably leave it 1 or 2 more, because obviously server lag might interfere with how long it actually will be like that. And I have noticed the TPS has steadily dropped over the past few months. It's now on a lower, but it's lower than 99.9 or 20. It's not terrible. It's only about 19.76, I think it is, which isn't terrible. It still shows up as green. It's still like, if you type TPS, if it's bad, it's red. If it's okay, sort of, it's orange. But if it's good, it's green. It's still good, but the server lag probably will interfere with this, so I'll give it 1 or 2 more items. But yeah, I'm going to pop my ult and see how long it takes for the water to go down. There we go. Just went there. I found one that lasts for 14 seconds. I think it's roughly, and I say roughly, very roughly, 2 items per second, like real-time second, for a hopper or hopper clock. I'm not sure if hopper clocks work differently to hoppers, or they work the same as hoppers. I don't know whether the pistons in the comparator, I don't mess up the timings or something. I don't know how redstone works, but I found one that lasts for 14 seconds, and I thought, just to be safe, I'll go for the 14 seconds, because I didn't really count accurately on the test. I didn't do any repeats or whatever they tell you to do in school. Stay in school, kids. School kids. Okay, words. Again, I can't speak today. It's in the morning. It's only like it's only noon, so I don't know what's going on. But the hopper clock's working fine, so I'm going to figure out some form of crude redstone to do on Ethereal, so I can sort this out properly and finally get this awful game mechanic done. I mean, it's too red. It's too red. I mean, it's far too red. I mean, look at that red. Anyway, I'm going to put this into Ethereal now. Okay, so I've gathered some materials. Popped down a crafting table. I've moved my ult, because I didn't want to appear suspicious or anything. But now I've readied this place for redstone. Now I think, since the path is leading off from over here, I think I'm going to put the button over here, so some of the time is sort of taking off as you're walking or running over here. So you're not sitting here waiting for 13 seconds. So I think it's a fair assumption that it might be a good idea to put the button here because it's semi-hidden. This is supposed to be not particularly obvious, but I suppose there will be light coming from behind a waterfall, and there'll be a massive 2x3 or 3x3 hole, you know, so it's not going to be too secret, but I don't want it to be too obvious, like, hey, let's go and jump in the waterfall. So I'll keep this button here, because I will just put it here when I'm testing things. I'll wire it up when I'm done, because that'll require quite a bit of time. Not really, but first things first, I'm going to need to excavate all of this. Now I do need to keep in mind there will be a pathway running down basically just below my head here. These will bring up, this will be the level for the pathway, probably go down a bit, but I can always extend the going down if I need quite a bit of space for the redstone. So, which occurs to me I might not, because I can just do it all over to one side, which is quite lucky. Okay, so the redstone. How do I? Okay. I think I have a way to do this, but it's probably completely wrong. I don't know. Okay, I've got an idea. I've forgotten sticky. Where did the sticky pistons go? I dropped sticky pistons. I don't. Okay, never mind. I'll get some sticky pistons. Oh, whatever. Okay, so Okay, so there needs to be a redstone clock, and I'm going to put this over here. This is going to be in no way intact. I'm sorry if you are good at redstone and you're wondering why I'm digging out all this space for such a simple machine. It's because I'm an idiot and I don't know how redstone works properly. This is completely your first time. I know nothing about redstone. I'm exaggerating slightly there, but I seriously know very little about how redstone works and all that. So I'm going to make a platform. Gonna need to be 2 bigger. There we go. Block there, comparator, hopper, break hopper, place hopper. This circuit, I need sticky pistons. This hopper clock is one of the only things I know how to do without looking up. And like a NOT gate and an AND gate, and all the simple stuff that people worked out within 5 minutes back in beta. But I'm going to grab some sticky pistons and I will be right back. Okay, so I've got about a stack, since I crafted some for X to build my tunnel, but he still hasn't, which I don't forgive him for. X unwhitelisted and all that, all the threats. I've forgotten how many items I needed. I think it was 38. I'm going to need to double check. But this is going to be working absolutely fine. So, what I need to do... Oh, that's not going to work at all, is it? I was going to have a wire coming out with a... I was going to have like a... so, when it was in one position, the redstone block would power a wire, which would... which would have a break in it, and then the button would activate a toe flop. What are they called? T flip flop. One of those toe flop. Toe flop. I mean, come on. Which would make it so an observer is pushed in, which would then update that one and cause the water to go down. But it'd only be one pulse, so you'd have to press the button again to make it go. I'm gonna need to go and do some more testing. That is not going to work. As little as I know about redstone, I know for a fact that will not work. So I'm gonna go and need to do some testing. I might just get my ult to do it, since I can't really bother to keep coming back and leaving. So I'll do some testing and work out how the hell to do this. Okay, so I've decided to make this a lot easier for myself. I've got rid of the timer system because honestly, I don't know what I was going for. I was going for it to, so you clicked a button, the water came away, you walked through it, and eventually the water would come back, giving you enough time to walk through it, and then a few seconds spare, and then the water starts coming back. I don't know where I got that from. I suppose it's an okay idea, but it's... I have no idea how to do that. I'm not mumbo jumbo, people. All right. Yeah. If you want to see that kind of redstone content, then you're on the wrong channel. If you want to see any kind of good Minecraft content, you're on the wrong channel. I do this because I want to. I don't do it for the views or because it's good. This is basically just me filming a private SMP, which I do with my friends. But no, this is okay. Yeah, because the button, wherever the button may be, this is a T flip-flop, so this is the input from the button. Imagine it's wired up over there. Or over here actually, since it's going to be pretty much instant now. But this button activates it, and it switches, so the redstone block will switch between those two states. I'm pressing shift, there we go. So it'll switch between those two states. And then the redstone torch tower, I'm at a loss as to why there's sand up there, but never mind. The redstone torch tower will activate or deactivate the dispenser, which will sort out the water. Just like that. Just like that. Okay, that works. And then when you're either inside the cave or outside the cave again, because I'll have two things wired up, so one for the outside and one when you're inside the cave. inside the little cave, which will be here. Then obviously this will activate again and it'll switch again, so you'll probably be going through it when it's or if you're bothering with the button, then you'll probably be doing it when it's, oh, I don't know, where it changes, doesn't it? I'm just trying to come up with how this works properly. I'm sure you get it. You know, you press the button, it makes it so it's like a lever, like you're pulling a lever, and then suddenly, you know, dispense it on. Now I'm not sure how I am going to. I think I'm just going to need to craft a lot of dispensers. Oh wait, that's what I had the hopper clock for, because I was trying to figure out how long it would be to wire this up. I don't. Would that even work? I mean, like, I don't even know. Because then, how would I make it so it doesn't just activate all of the time? Am I going to need to count this out with comparators or repeaters or something? I don't. Because this works for timing, but I kind of need it to feed off from the signal, and I don't know how to do that. I've got an idea. Hold on, I'll test out my idea, because if this is on, rather, because this is that makes the repeater off, yeah. So if I take this on signal and feed it into one of the hoppers, then that'll mean it so it can't send or receive items, so the hopper clock is disabled at that time. So that means when this is enabled, I can make it so it starts to do that again. But then it would do that infinitely. I think I'm just going to have to count this out with repeaters or find some other kind of redstone clock thing. I'll just YouTube search it, one sec. And after a fairly lengthy 20 minute looking through YouTube, multiple searches, the only reliable thing I can find is not this system at all. It just makes a, I mean, it just makes sort of like a, it just makes a clock. Like, like, come on. I don't know, but like the only reliable, I've got too many items now. The only reliable clock I can find is a hopper clock, like the Ether hopper clock. So honestly, I don't know how I'm gonna get this to work. I think I'm gonna take a look between episodes to see if I can find one that will work. But okay, never mind. Never mind. I'll reserve that space for a clock if I do need to. Now I've got too many items, so I'm going to quickly throw some away. Don't need that. Bye. Don't need that. Don't need any coal. I've got enough stone, thanks. So I'm going to mine all this out, and then I probably will adjust this later. But I'm going to put a input, which I don't currently have. There's one. There we go. I knew I had one. Gonna pop one just in there. Don't know why. I need to mine that way anyway. So now I can just. Oops, that was a mistake. Okay. Already at it with the mistakes. Oh, you can see how awful I am at doing this. So redstone, you work, don't you? Does that still work? That still works. Okay, good. That shouldn't interfere with the redstone torch tower. Now I need to know where to come down. This is looking good. I'm going to pop a repeater just here. Just in case. Okay, cool. So that brings me down perfectly. Just about. There we go. So that's one input done. So I'm just gonna see if that works. Does that work? Yeah, that works. That is working. The water is coming down. I like these splash particles, by the way. This is a mod I've got installed. I think it's called Dynamic Surroundings. It's been a while since I first installed it, so I'm not entirely sure. But torches, give me torches. Just gonna pop those there. Don't really need them. Now, where should I have my input? I may be coming in from over there, since I do have temporary chests and stuff over there. I did move all my stuff from there to there, and then I needed a build here, so I had to move them all over there earlier today. So that's looking good. That is looking very good. So that's all working. The water has come down properly, but now I need to decide where to put my input. I think I'm gonna put it here. You don't really notice that as you're walking in, unless you're looking for it. Obviously there is a button there, you can see that button. Okay. Ah yes, yeah, this whole wall is man-made. Just ignore it. Now, that is good. That is too high. I'm gonna have to link this up with this signal. Okay, so I'll put a repeater here so it doesn't backtrack over there and mess up, which doesn't actually matter because I've got that repeater actually. But nevertheless, let's see if that works. Is the water going to come down? Now it's not too important. Should I be worried? That is powering that. That is powering that. Yes. Maybe. Okay. Why did it not work the first time? Does that work with it going off? Have I messed up somewhere? Oh yes, of course. Now I've done that, I do not want this T flip-flop, because now everything's going to behave like a lever, and I don't want that because it'll take two pulses for everything to sort itself out. So okay, let's just make it like a lever. Water is currently off. Have I turned it on? I have turned the water on, and I've turned the water off. Now I'll wait for this to come down, and then I'll try it with this one, and then I will know that all the redstone is fine and dandy, and I can get on with tweaking this cave up, and then I can finish the episode off. Now water's gone. I don't know. Have I this redstone trail is fine. Water hasn't started. Has the water started now? Where have I messed up with this? So it's powering it, but no water is coming down. Power. That doesn't matter there. Is it not long enough? Oh, it won't be. Oh, of course, it won't be long enough. Silly me. I'm gonna need to put another repeater in, because now there is no. It doesn't stop here. Like, it doesn't go into anything here. It continues on. So yes, it won't be long enough. That is a mistake on my part. I was going to blame lag or something. There we go. Water. Water comes in. Beautiful. Does the water exit? The water exits. Okay. Troubleshot. Done. I was going to try and rhyme that, but I decided against it. for the sake of my dignity. Okay, so that is perfect. Now I can start on this. Not next episode. No, next episode I will be building the Mercia Plains, because this island is called Mercia. Wait, no, it's not. No, the cave's called. I've completely messed everything up. The cave's called Mercia because of some woman who wrote about caves a couple of centuries ago. The island is called Genesile. Okay, so Genesile Plains. But Mercia rolls off the tongue. But I'm sure I've got a name. I'm sure I've written a name down for the actual plains. Anyway, yeah, I'll be building these plains like inside this clay barrier here. Pretty much will be a forest. Down there with a bit of I didn't place that block. Weird. With a bit of editing will be a swamp leading around the edge of the island just there. I will be building a dock here. That's going to be a beach over there. There'll be another small forest or wood over there. Behind these mountains will probably be a sprucey area. Just over there there'll be a few like tropical palm trees or something. I know it's pretty small. They're not going to be massive full-blown biomes. Well, the forests are, because this is a temperate climate, I think, sort of. But there will be a few standout trees. I have not shown you the ridge, which I did do in between episodes. One thing I did do between episodes, for once, is the ridge. Done a nice tree, the roots, the rocks. All this terrain is custom, as you can see by the unfinished other side. All this terrain has been built up. It is 100%, well, about 90% custom. You can see I've got the single thing of rock going across the top. This bit needs work, this bit needs work. But you can see how I've done the terrain, some rocks, some bushes around, some vines climbing up the tree. I think that's quite nice. But boots. I hate these goddamn boots. Okay, so this waterfall is up and running. This will require a bit of work. The hole isn't too visible, and I'm using like my resource pack, which I know a few people on the server do. I know Moose does, Manji does, but Manji uses like a 2-year-old version. X does sometimes, I think, although he prefers vanilla to any resource pack, I'm pretty sure. Just generally, it's nothing against me, I hope. X. But no, this doesn't look too visible, and this water is actually lighter than normal Minecraft water. I have upped the brightness on it a bit, so surely it would be a bit harder to see through normal Minecraft water. Mind you, there would be less noise on the texture because I am using a 32 times pack most of the time. I mean, this is 64 by 64, this stone. But most of the time it is 32 by 32. Unlike the breaking animations, which are 512 by 512. But I'm not going to get into the specifics of my resource pack. That'll probably come in another video. But no, the waterfall is up and running, so I'm going to do a few tweaks to this cavern, like this bit here. I'm probably going to add some andesite in and some coal in, like little bits of coal like I did in the cavern over there. I think I showed that off in the last episode or the episode before. But next episode, I will be doing patches of andesite and coal and ores and stuff all over these mountains. I will be really sprucing them up. If I haven't done this big mountain here, then I'll just do it a different time. Boots. I'll just do it a different time, but I'll definitely be doing this mountain, and I'm sure you can then guess from that point what I'll be doing. I'll also be doing some more of this terraforming work, like the long grass and stones and stuff, just around this area here. I won't be doing the other areas yet because I haven't fully terraformed or put the trees in or whatever for those areas, but I will do it for this area here where I have a full or vague understanding of what will be going on. I do need to terraform this area a bit. Ignore the parrots. I think I said this when they first appeared magically in a video, but just ignore the parrots. It's a prank on myself if you want. I don't know, but I'm gonna pop in some patches of andesite and coal, and I'll be back to show off the completed cave and the entrance to Mercia Cavern. So there we have it. The entrance to Mercia Cavern has been completed. That is all the work I have time for today. I do believe, I've just checked, the video is now over half an hour long anyway. So you know, you've had a bit of a longer episode, so I hope you've enjoyed me failing at redstone for the first time on camera. There we go. It's all done. I've got some I can never tell the difference between stalagmites and stalactites. I mean, which one's which? Who knows? Will we ever find out? But this side of the cavern or cave bit isn't necessarily used to get in unless you've got a boat, I suppose. So I just kind of put some leaf vine decoration sort of moulded around the shape of the pillar. I put some coal in. This is sort of my way of putting coal in caves. I quite like it. I'm not sure about this. I think there needs to be a couple to make it fit in. Currently it looks a bit like a table, but I'm not too sure. But I do think that these look nice. I think there needs to be a couple more without the cobblestone walls, just to add a bit of diversity and make them look like they're not all in the line and they don't all stick out. I mean, they do stick out or stick down, but you know what I mean, like stick out from the rest of the cave. They need to all kind of blend together. But I have also added in patches of andesite around the cave. I did put in some gravel for a path too, just dotted in some gravel. Looks quite nice. Not the gravel, like the texture diversity. Never assume I am saying gravel looks nice. Gravel is ugly as hell. But no, andesite looks nice. There we go. You know, I've put some of that around in the cave. Got some here. Got some up there. Got some down here. Got some down there. Got some over there. Got some up there. Got some up there. Just little bits that you wouldn't be able to see straight away, but they really do add to the cave. And I think adding them everywhere when it's a natural build, like just blocks every now and again, like in a sort of loose shape. So you've got like one there, then one there, one there, couple in a row there. You know, I think although that looks nice in manufactured builds, it sort of like makes natural builds look too busy. That's why I've waited like until the mountain or mountains will be built, hopefully, for adding all the pieces of andesite and stuff, because I know how they're going to look before I do that. And I'm not too sure about all the decoration on this mountain. I think I'm going to redo a lot of it, but I do like the what I've done for this mountain. If you try and look what I'm trying to do, or if you want to see my inspiration for them, they're based on the dueling peaks from Breath of the Wild. If you want to Google that, I don't know. But there we go. There is episode 19. I think it's 19. I'm not too sure. I've given up caring at this point. After the 2 special episodes, they just kind of all merge into one. But I will be building the Iron Titan / Iron Phantom. Is it? No. The big Iron Phoenix, I think it's called. Yeah, that's it, Iron Phoenix. I will be building that, but off camera, because I've already failed once at the Iron Titan, and I failed at the Iron Phoenix twice, actually. So I am going to be building that off camera rather than on camera, just to save myself a HE lot of stress and a hassle. So I'll be building that off camera, so that explains where I might be getting a lot of iron from. But no, that has been episode 19, I assume, and we've finished off Mercia Cavern, or at least the start of it. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.
Don't forget to click below to subscribe to the official
Spade Kun
YouTube channel.